Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to this week's Masterclass, where I will be talking about how to launch to a room full of your soulmate clients. That's exactly what every single one of us wants to achieve, isn't it? Is that when we're going out there and we're promoting our services and our amazing products, is that we want for that launch to be super successful, for you to call in as many new clients as you can, and for you to have a successful launch. However, what I see happening is that because there's a missing ingredients to people's business, is what I see people doing is they get into a launch mode, they don't have the audience available to them, they don't have the audience warmed up to them. And what I see happening time and time again is that people's launches are they're a struggle, and it can be so detrimental when you have actually put yourself into launch mode. And if you are like me and you get into launches regularly, is that you will absolutely understand this, or perhaps you've only launched once or twice before, but when you're in launch mode, it can feel as though you are running down the high street in your underwear. You are going out to the world over and over again saying, look, I have this amazing thing, and in so many people's situations that amazing thing is them, and it can feel like a really big challenge. And what you want to be able to ensure is that in this time when you're really stepping up and you're really coming out your comfort zone, is that you do have a room full of your soulmate clients who are deeply connected to you, and they are ready to hear what you've got for them, and for them to be able to make the decision that whether or not that thing that you have for them is something that they want and need in their life or in their business. And what I see people do is that there's all sorts of different things about launches, and we could talk about launches for a long time, but I want to kind of pick up the pre-launch element. And there's a piece of work to be done, pre-launch anything, pre-launch an event, a product, whatever it is, some one-to-one work, perhaps that's what you're looking for. And when you're not doing this consistently in your business every day or every week, it can make your launches feel really difficult, and it can feel as if you're just hearing crickets during your launch. And because, as I've just described, you can be feeling as a business owner you're most vulnerable during a launch, you really want to safeguard yourself from this experience, and you really do want to have the best launch ever, don't you? So what I'm talking about is something that actually happened yesterday on Facebook as well. Yesterday on Facebook and Instagram went down, and you will hear people saying, what I'm going to share with you over and over again. And so many people like to ignore us because they think that this is an easier way. Now, it isn't. And there's lots of reasons behind that. So what I'm talking about, let's get straight to it, is when you are not growing your business, growing your audience and nurturing that audience every single day and every week, it makes life really difficult. It limits who you're speaking to, and it therefore means that every time that you go out and launch like your product or your service, is that what you often see happen is people actually get into growing their audience bit first, like at the start of a launch. And really your launch is the point when you are going out and you are promoting your product or service. When you start to couple growing your audience with launching, it can make your launch super long and very, very exhausting. But when you've got a strategy in place that allows you to grow your audience every day, every week, and also a strategy that allows you to nurture that audience so that they are connected to you, they understand you, they trust you, is that actually when you've got something awesome that you're going out there and promoting, they're like, yeah, I'm in or I'm out. And that's what you want. You want that clear declaration from an audience of whether they're in or they're out during a launch. And when you couple the two together, like growing your audience and launch, it's two different things, isn't it? So what I want to really encourage you to think about, especially in light of what happened yesterday on social media, is that when you are solely relying on social media to actually grow your business, social media doesn't belong to us. And there are all sorts of different things that do happen to it. The algorithms change, the rules change. Suddenly pages are in and groups are out. So we're not in control of who receives our message. So when you actually take control of your audience and you have strategies in place that allow you to grow your audience, and you can grow your audience through social media, but to a point that is your email list, and then an email list that you can spend time nurturing and really connecting with, that is the strategy that you want to have in place. And this has been said time and time again, yet so many people kind of forget about it. And I understand it's because it can feel difficult, it can feel like another job to do, or that actually social media is way more fun or interactive or engaged. And that's great. And what we want to be looking at is the whole spectrum being about your marketing, isn't it? So it comes down to marketing. It comes down to ensuring that you are going out there, you're getting seen and heard by people who are potentially your soulmate clients, and you've got ways of connecting to them. Yes, social media is a great way to do that, but that is just one way. And through your email list, that's another way to connect with them as well. And what is brilliant about today, and what some people feel is a challenge, but actually I kind of like to look at it the other way around, is that actually what's really brilliant about email lists nowadays is that people are very selective about whose email they want to sit on. So in the past, certainly when I first came to business and having an email list, everybody would sign up for your email list. So you'd end up with quite large email lists. It doesn't mean to say that they were the right people or that they were ever going to buy from you. Well, so what I love now is that actually when you have a strategy in place that allows people to come and connect with you and join your email list, so that then you have the ability to actually nurture that email list, is that people they're like opting in to you, consciously knowing that they're going to go on an email list and they're going to be hearing from you via their emails. So if they don't actually want that to happen, they'll just stick on your social media, or they'll just go past you and go to the next person. So that's what we're talking about here, is that if you are looking to have super brilliant launches where you maximize your results, you get to connect with, in a really deep way, your soulmate clients, and you maximize your results, you get money through the door, you get clients through the door, and your launch feels amazing, is that you will have put this strategy in place beforehand. You would have put the strategy of growing your audience right at the forefront of what you do. It's a marketing exercise where you want to be sitting down in your business and thinking about, how can I attract people into my business? What is it that I've got that I can create in exchange for their email list? And then the second element to all of that is thinking about nurturing them behind all of the kind of capturing them. In the first instance, it's the nurturing afterwards as well. So I wanted to kind of give you a couple of tips about how you can get started with this. Oh, look, I'm becoming undressed. How you can achieve growing your audience every day. So I would say that number one is, yes, be on social media. If your soulmate clients hang out on social media, go hang out with them as well. Definitely. Be consistent. Understand who you are in business, who you're looking to work with, what your big message is, and be really consistent with your visibility and with your messaging, and really map out your content in advance. Understand that your content leads your clients down a certain path, takes them on a certain journey, and that is the journey that you want to take them from, maybe just getting to know you, to deepening that relationship, to then being in a position where you can put an offer to them. So really, so that's number one, is grow your audience every day. Is definitely do it through social media. Yes, most definitely. Choose a platform, get really, really great at that. Perhaps, you know, don't choose every platform. If you think you've nailed Facebook, maybe go on to Instagram, but always think about putting your soulmate client at the heart of everything that you do, and think about how, you know, where they hang out and how you can serve them at that point. Be consistent and map out your content. Become strategic with your content. Don't just like throw spaghetti at the wall and think, right, today I'm going to talk about this, and then tomorrow I'm going to talk about this, and da da da. It's like, be really thorough with planning through your content. Know where you want your clients to go from receiving the content through to the next stage and the stage after that. The second one is to have a strategy in place where you are nurturing your audience. Gone are the days when you could rock up in somebody's world and then just sell to them straight away. People want nurturing, and if you are like me and you sell to females, is that we need a lot of nurturing. We need to come in and really connect with you and to understand who you are, and whether you can be trusted, and whether you know you're the right person for them. So always with the second element of, you know, this particular kind of strategy is serve, serve, serve. Always come from a point of service. Just provide a load of content, a load of brilliant, awesome things that can actually help deepen and strengthen that relationship that you've got with your audience. And the third thing is, have an email list and have a strategy about growing that email list. And that's quite a big statement for something that is, you know, like a strategy in itself and work that needs to be done. And I understand that that can feel quite overwhelming and quite like, well, actually, I'm not going to do that because I haven't got the headspace to do that. And what I have created is a really special opportunity that is completely free, and where you will be focusing on how you can grow your audience every single day. And we're going to spend 5 days together actually working this out and implementing it in your business. So that is coming up. So that's Grow Your Audience Bootcamp. I will have the details, the full details about that really, really soon, and we'll be sharing this with you. And I think it's just quite enlightening that this was always something that was going to be the thing that I talked about in March, and that I had like a freebie for you guys to really help and support you to implement these strategies in your business. And then it's quite kind of fortunate, I suppose, that Facebook and Instagram going down yesterday has forced us as business owners to come forward and to actually start thinking about this. So don't worry, there is help at hand. So in summary, if you want to launch to a room full of warmed up, amazing soulmate clients who are ready to say yes, it's about doing the work beforehand, not during the launch. It is daily activity to go out there and connect with people who could be your soulmate clients, and to establish a relationship with them. So have a think about how you can do that. Listen back to those tips that I shared just a few minutes ago, and then look out for details about my brand new 5-day bootcamp, Grow Your Audience. And yeah, I look forward to coming in, helping and supporting you to grow your audience so you can launch to a room full of your soulmate clients. Okay, bye for now.